Those people aren't looking for allies. They're looking for scapegoats, to use black people as scapegoats and to throw black people under the bus. Check this out.
Here with me now is California Congresswoman Nanette Berrigan, who represents Paramount. Thank you so much for being here. The LA County Sheriff's Department did describe the protest in Paramount last night as the situation escalated. The crowd of protesters became increasingly agitated, throwing objects and exhibiting violent behavior toward federal agents and deputy sheriffs.
Okay, so last night when I talked to the sheriff, he had told me the situation in Paramount was under control, that the people that were peacefully protest have left. The situation was now across the street into the Compton area, and this was the unruly folks, that Saturday night crowd.
They're looking for black people to throw under the bus. That's representative of Paramount Nanette, a Latina from Mexico. Her parents are Mexican immigrants. She said Compton, the people in Compton are unruly, referring to black people. If you don't know, that's what they do in California. They'll be like, if you're acting too hood or black, they'll be like, this isn't the east side. Meaning the east side of Los Angeles, not East Los, because that's where predominantly black people live at. Or they'll be like, oh, this isn't South Central. In her case, she was like, well, this Paramount is not Compton. That's what the black people do over there. Even though Compton is predominantly Hispanics, just like Paramount. You see this? This is proof. Paramount, Compton. Hispanics on Hispanics. Don't y'all go out there, they trying to use y'all as scapegoats.
What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Thank you so much for clicking on this episode. I really do appreciate your love and support on this channel. So I'm sure you all have come across this video of this Latino woman on live television who is blaming black Americans of looting during the protest, and now you clearly see why black Americans are actually saying the 92% and the 80% are telling you that we are sitting this one out. We'll be at home while you are out there protesting, because this is not our fight. Because why would you come on live television and lie on the same people that your people, so many of your people from your community are calling out them to come and protest with them, and calling them hypocrites, calling them names, angry at black Americans because they're not protesting. You see, black Americans are saying you've never stood by them in any way, and now we can clearly see after what is coming up, like you're going there knowing very well that black Americans are not protesting, and you want to come and say they're the ones that were actually looting on live television. This is just so crazy, and I don't even know why you would come and sit on a live television and lie about black Americans. So I want us to watch these videos together, guys. Every clip and every stitch that you'll be seeing on our today's episode, credits belongs to the original creators of these videos that you're seeing on your screens. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, kindly consider subscribing to the channel. So let's just dive right ahead and we'll come back with more commentary.
When in doubt, point the blacks out. When in doubt, point the blacks out. That Mexican lady got on TV and said that it was the black people who were rioting and looting. The black people who came out there to help them protest. Said it was the black people who were rioting and looting. They were being peaceful. First of all, I thought everyone got the memo that this was not our battle. This is not our fight, it is yours. And we were sitting at home, minding our business, with our boots on the ground, practicing our line dances for the summertime fine. And she got up there and said that it was us rioting and looting. This is why you were supposed to keep your ass in the house. Because if you was in the house and it was none of us out there, they could not point the finger at us. So whoever hard-headed self is out there, get your ass back in the house, because we know it wasn't you. But now you out there and they can point at you. Get your ass in the house, oh hard-headed.
Now, please tell me these folks is lying when they say that the black people are the ones out there looting and rioting in California. Please tell me they lying. Like, I saw myself that people were saying that it was black people. I ain't seen not one black person yet, and I've been watching the videos. Where we at? See, it's that damn microaggression again. It's that anti-blackness again. That's what we were talking about. That's why we protested from the house. They did the same thing with Black Lives Matter. They said it was us, and it wasn't us. It was the others.
So this Hispanic lady got on CNN News and said all the looters
and like the negative protesters and the people who was destroying businesses and fighting the cops and hitting the cops and throwing stuff at the cops were black people only. It was not Mexicans. And that's the reason why a lot of black people don't want to help out there, because that would be a whole setup. Say that a lot of us did go out there, we be blamed for everything. Like, we always get blamed for everything, and you could count on your 5 hands right now how many black people's out there. Like as you watch the news, you could just see what race is really out there. And that's just crazy. Like, I didn't have no problem help protesting, but that, all that looting and stealing and stuff, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of that. And we're not a part of that, and we still get blamed for it. It's crazy.
They're saying the looters are black people, but when you go look up the video, they're not black people. They're your own people. They say we don't do the looting. No, we have nothing to do with the looting. That is all lies. Look up them videos. It's nothing but their own people. But y'all gonna try to say it's us? We good. We staying home. We know y'all narrative. We know what y'all try to say. I'm cool. Y'all was attacking me in that other video. Nah, bruh. Nah.
Say it again. Y'all can't blame us. We ain't out there robbing shit and looting and doing the crazy shit that y'all doing. So the lady on CNN that said that, oh, that's not the Latinos and shit like that, that's the black people that came out there. No, sweetheart, we at home. I'm at home enjoying the fruits of my labor. I feel like I'm more safer at home, because when we was going through what we was going through, y'all motherfuckers wasn't nowhere to be found. So why the fuck would I be out there helping y'all? I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just keeping it 100. Y'all got it. Y'all handling it. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Even if we were to help y'all, it's just going to get worse. Them motherfuckers is not playing with y'all. They is not playing with y'all. They shooting y'all with the fucking beanbag guns and shit, and that shit hurt. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm not out there, sweetie. We at home. Some of us gotta work. Some of us gotta take care of our kids. We gotta handle our business. So, and I'm making sure I make this video respectful as possible, because TikTok is real sensitive, and they already took my other video down for harassment and bullying. So I'm not harassing or bullying nobody. We at home. You can't blame us.
Wait a goddamn minute, man. This Mexican lady just got on the news and said that the people that are rioting and stealing are black people that came to help the protesters. Watch CNN. They saying that it's not the peaceful Latino protesters, that it's the blacks that came to protest with them. We ain't out there with y'all. Them is Mexicans with masks on. We see y'all arms, we see y'all necks, and we see y'all fucking face color. Like, y'all is not hiding from nobody. Them is Mexicans. And I'm going to continue to say this. Black people, stay the fuck out the way, because this is what the fuck is happening. Now we to blame for the riots and the looting. It's us now. We ain't even out there.
So we're being condemned for not coming outside, but then being blamed as if we came outside. Only video I've seen a black person outside is when a Hispanic woman gets shot with a rubber bullet, and she goes to aid the woman, wrap up the woman's wounds, and comfort her. But yet, we're rioting and looting. We're trying to avoid martial law. We don't want to go to jail. Violence is always amped up more when we're around. You can't want our help at the same breath accuse us of crimes that we're not committing. My heart goes out to these people that are being persecuted, their families being snatched away. All of this just is ridiculous to me and uncalled for. But please leave us out of it. At this point, just it's a no. Leave us alone. And that's all I have to say. Just leave us alone.
It's different. And dreaming them all week. Y'all better go do y'all research. Read your history books and learn something. I told y'all stay y'all asses from out there. Leave them Hispanic people alone. Let them people do their own shit. Nobody help us fight our fights. Back then, long time ago, we were betrayed by them as well. They went right along with these motherfucking others and betrayed us. And y'all gonna fall for that shit again behind some motherfucking money. Get y'all ass, go in y'all house, rest your nerves. Let them people fight their own fight because they looking for somebody to blame this shit on. As soon as shit start popping off, they say it's the blacks. It's not the browns, it's the blacks. Let the browns handle their own shit.
Barely woke up and got the crust out my eyes, and now y'all blaming us for riots, and we told y'all we wasn't helping.
This is where critical thinking comes in, because obviously I said both parties were doing it. Majority of you guys, because we don't steal beer. I saw the jewelry store one. I did see one black person out there, maybe two, standing outside, but I didn't see them go in. But the media said black people were doing the looting. A couple Mexican people were saying black people were doing the looting. We told black folks to stay home so that they cannot pin this on us. And look what happens. Yeah, but you're telling me to shut up and you want us to unite with you guys? I have no hate towards Mexicans at all. I don't. I love y'all. But you guys have anti-black in your community. And it's bad right now. And the more I find out on here, it makes me tilt my head like this. Be like,
Well, it was bound to happen, and here it is, of course. Latinos, y'all better go get your senator. Your senator is going on national television here, blaming black people for the looting in Compton. Compton hasn't been black in over a decade. It's a majority Latino place. But she's making it sound like black people are out here looting. It's called coded language. How are we out there looting if we ain't out there at all? It was bound to happen, though. It was bound to happen. I'm hoping that everyone who's watching this shit is watching how Looney Tunes it is. Like, it's cartoonish at this point. Downright cartoonish. How the fuck they blaming black people and black people ain't even there?
It's so crazy, guys. So first of all, before I even continue, I've seen a number of good black creators on TikTok who are actually urging other black Americans to be out there and support Latinos, you know, asking them this question: when they're done with Latinos, who are gonna be next? As you want black Americans to go out there and fight for Latinos, because you're thinking that when this administration is done with the deporting Latinos, they're gonna come for black Americans or anything of this sort. And you want black Americans to be out there fighting for these same people that are actually lying that black Americans were looting on live television. You've clearly seen the videos, like they're all over TikTok, on Twitter, and also in some pages on Instagram. You clearly see that those are not black Americans looting. Those are not black Americans breaking in these places. And as a matter of fact, like 92% of black American women and 80% of black American men, I know they were home minding their own business, or maybe at their workplaces minding their own business. They were not out there protesting. It's clearly now why black Americans don't want even to have anything to do with what's happening. Because if this is how some people from your community are actually coming and acting up like this, you guys, during the elections, you went on ahead and voted for this. Like 60% of the Hispanic community voted for this, for what's happening, for mass deportation. And now you want 92% of black American women and 80% of black American men who actually voted to keep everyone safe and in the country to come out there and protest for you. And for those who are actually out there, there is a few black people that I've seen on the streets that are actually protesting. Now you want to put the blame on them that they're actually the ones looting. And you still have some Hispanic or Latino creators out here creating videos calling out black Americans and being very angry at black Americans because they've said that they are not bothering themselves to be out there on the streets protesting. It's just so crazy that this woman, knew that the only way that she can get the attention, or the only way to make Black Americans look bad, because honestly their community is already looking bad. They said that they're out there protesting, but what we've seen were riots, people burning flags, people burning cars. Like, that was rioting, that was not protesting. And so because this is actually making the Latino community look bad, they are trying as much as they can to even make the Black Americans community, look bad. They're angry that Black Americans are home minding their own business. They're not out there protesting. But you'll come and say, because we were busy protesting and Black Americans were busy looting people's businesses. It's just so crazy, guys. And if you're someone from the Latin community actually watching this, or you're Hispanic watching this, Cuban, Nicaraguan, you have to understand as to why Black Americans don't want to be out there on the streets. It's not like they don't have humanity in them, they do, but they did their best. And there are sometimes you reach into a certain point in life whereby you get to learn, even if you sleep on the ground for people to walk on you, they'll never appreciate, they will never see you, they will never be thankful for what you've done. And this is that point for Black Americans. For so many years, Black Americans have been fighting for each and everyone else to get equal rights in the United States of America, especially minorities in the United States of America. Most of the things that actually you people benefit from is because of the fight that Black Americans have been putting over the years. For you to be able to travel, live, work, study in the US is because of the fight that Black Americans actually did fight. And this is what I'm saying, they've gotten to that point where they've learned, no matter how much they try, no matter how many times they put their bodies on the line for you, you'll never come to appreciate them. Because look at what is happening right now. These people, they want you not to vote against your own self-best interest. But just because of your hatred towards Black Americans, just because, the society has made you believe that they are not good people without even having a reason as to why you actually hate on them, you went on ahead and voted against your own self-best interest, against your own community. Yes, there are policies that actually have been put out there that are hurting Black Americans, but mass deportation is not hurting them in any way. And there is not any of Black Americans' family that is being deported. I've seen people creating videos and saying, do Black Americans understand that it's not only the Hispanic people that are getting deported? There are people from Africa, there are people from the Caribbean that are being deported. We understand that, but at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is Black Americans have always been putting themselves on the line for each and every other person. But we never see any other community doing that for Black Americans in the United States of America. You never see Africans diaspora there like fighting for Black Americans. As a matter of fact, what I've seen most on videos is that most people believing and feeding into these narratives that they've been sold to about Black Americans. And this is why you find there is always that tension between Africans that are living in the United States of America and Black Americans. There's always been that tension. I've seen videos where Black Americans are creating videos and saying how they are badly treated by Africans, that are living in their states, or they are working at the same place with them, how they're being treated by Caribbeans and other Black people from different parts of the world that have gone to the States. And this is why you're even seeing like some creators, trying to ask Black Americans, do you understand that it's not only the Hispanic community that is actually being deported, and they're like out here telling you, this is not our fight, this is not our business. We fought our fight, our ancestors fought our fight, we've been fighting this fight for very long, and this time you're saying enough is enough, we're just gonna be looking out for ourselves and no one else. And for me, I actually side with them, because as I said, there is a point that you get in life and you get to realize that no matter how good you are to someone, no matter how much you try to help someone, they'll never get to appreciate you. And Black Americans have gotten to that point. So for those people who are creating videos, again, asking Black Americans or blaming Black Americans for not showing up for the protest, now you clearly have a clear image as to why Black Americans don't want to associate themselves with the protests that are actually going on, or should we call them riots, that are actually going on. There are people who are protesting, yes, but there are also people out there to destroy properties, people out there to burn flags, people out there to burn cars, which is not right at all, because that is rioting. Yeah, you have the right to protest, to have a peaceful protest and pass your message that you want your government to listen to without having to destroy property, because at the end of the day, these properties will still, you know, incur like citizen taxes for the roads to be prepared and things that you have destroyed to be, you know, so you're just wasting citizens taxes, and it's not good at all. But that's not the point. The point is just that Black Americans are sitting this one out, and it's quite sad to see a Latino woman out there on live television lying about Black Americans. Let me know what your thoughts are on the comment section. Thank you so much for watching up to this part, and until the next episode, bye.